Do you have any tips for the beginning? I have a lot of tips on my YouTube channel. The best tip I can actually give you is just like, if you are this early in the game, don't consume a lot of guides. Trust me, don't consume a lot of guides. Try to enjoy the game while it's really good. Play a class that you really love it, and don't look at tier lists. Don't look what is the best class. That, you know why? It won't matter in the first month. So just play whatever you want and have some fun. I really feel like nowadays, like it is like the new gamer, right? And I used to do this more, but now I kind of stopped doing. But you know, like as soon as I am downloading a game, in the past I was already booting up a beginner's guide, right? Like the download didn't even finish on my phone, and I was already watching on the TV a beginner's guide, what is the best class and all these things. And along the way I just realized that it removes like so much of like the fun and the joy out of like video games, because you're not like really exploring for yourself at the start. I am completely fine, and this is how I do. I usually go blind in the start, and then along the way, obviously maybe later on I can go and check like a few guides here and there, but I think like this is a good approach. Noobs, oh, and do not sell your normal gems. Yeah. Here's how I also do, okay? For example, if I am stuck on something for like, you know, 3 or 4 hours and it's not like being that fun, usually I go check a guide, you know? Like I'm not gonna be like, you know, banging my head on the wall for like 3-4 days. But it really depends on the type of game that we're talking about, you know? It really does depend on the type of game. I kind of miss like sometimes being a newbie at the game. I've been having like that urge. I've been playing now like Diablo Immortal for 1 year. I am far from being a newbie, right? Like beyond that. And I kind of like the process of like starting to play something new and learn my way into becoming like really good at the game. I feel like that feeling, it is always like, I love that progression. That's like what it makes me keep playing games in a solid way. For example, I noticed that YouTube, it is really a game itself. And I remember, and I didn't used to see it that way, but there was one time that I was speaking with Echo privately, and he said to me, you know, there's gonna be a time that, you know, the games itself, if you do this for this long, that the games itself are not the real game. The real game is gonna be the YouTube. And then that got me thinking. I was like, what do you really want to say? And then like I spent like 1 or 2 days like thinking about what he was actually saying. And what he was saying is that, you know, if you're gonna become a content creator or something like that, at the end of the day, you're gonna have like different seasons, right? Maybe like I'm on the season 1, which is Diablo Immortal, but the seasons will come on, and like maybe we're gonna try different games or do different content or all these things. And ultimately, it is the final gamification. It is the channel, the YouTube channel, right? I thought it was a very interesting way to see, because I was sharing with him like that I was feeling like a bit like, you know, I'm not bored is not the right word. I was just feeling a bit frustrated. You know, I was feeling a bit frustrated at the time regarding Diablo Immortal, because there was nothing like really coming. It was like in December, like late December, like early January. If you guys remember, we had like a very, very dry season. Nothing was coming. It was so boring. And yeah, I was kind of a bit struggling right there. So good guy, Echo. Actually, I love to talk with him. I talk with him like maybe like once in a month or something.